Welcome to the Arizona Pickleball League podcast. Presented by Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good. And now, your hosts, Ashley Leroux and the Orchard Security Guy.
Hello, Arizona Pickleball family, and welcome back to the Arizona Pickleball League podcast. We are going into match 5 of season 2 tomorrow night. I'm here with the Orchard Security Guy.
Hello, everybody.
And Amy Ricciardi, the general manager of the Peoria Python.
Hi.
But before we go any further, OSG, I have a question for you it's just been burning in my mind. Please tell us about the scooter that we saw last week.
Okay, I'll try to keep this short. We have several situations in the security world where you may need to go at different speeds to get to crampers, dehydrators, maybe on court 42 or something like that. So we've come up with a little scooter. It's not out yet because it has several different speeds on it. I was just in gear 1 last night because it was just around the court and stuff, but it has 5 gears on it. That's why you always obviously wear a helmet on that thing. When you get up to 60, 70 miles per hour on that thing, it's fast.
Safety first.
Safety is always first.
So it has a turbo speed is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you have to be highly qualified to even get to that speed, I'm sure.
Yes. I want to say like 26,000 hours you got to spend on that thing.
And you've spent...
And forward and reverse. I mean, that thing, I can go backwards on that thing, too, if I need to.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, and you do need to watch the tire pressure on that thing, too. So when you do get to that high rate of speed, since the tires are so low, and the brakes, obviously.
I mean, it looks simple, but it isn't.
It's not. It is not.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Before we get into some awesome pressing questions I have for you, Amy, let's talk about the last week's match. Give us a little recap.
Which the Pythons were in that, too, general manager.
Yeah.
Couple side outs, so that really changed a lot of things. And then Michael, he was just in a little bit of different world.
He was in full beast mode, wouldn't you say, Amy?
Yeah. No, definitely. I think that's the best he's played in the Arizona Pickleball League. He's an amazing player.
Yeah.
But
what Jigsaw Health products is he taking?
Blue raspberry. Believe
Deep
it or
blue,
not.
baby.
Deep blue.
Wow. Well, whatever he's doing, it's working.
Yeah.
I imagine that you're encouraging him to do this.
Yes, absolutely. I reminded him not to forget his jewelry.
Yeah.
And because he had to go home, and
he did.
Yeah, he had to run home in between. He drilled with Lauren at noon before the game, and then went home, and then we had an hour practice before. No, he played great, amazing, and I think Treff was the yin to his yang. Mm-hmm. I mean, they played great together.
Gosh. They have such a good, they just understand each other so well on the court, who's going to be where. Like, they play their roles perfectly.
Very.
That's awesome. So, Python's undefeated, first place at 2-0. Going into tomorrow night, playing the Gilbert Gladiators.
Yeah.
How do you feel about tomorrow's match?
I'd like to say I have the utmost confidence in my team. I do think they're a great team. We've got great guys, great girls, powerhouse girls. But the Gladiators they're a great team as well. I mean, it's hard for me to say that I'm extremely confident in any match because I really think that our league this season has all the teams are amazing.
Yeah.
But the Gladiators, not only a good team, they're super nice, which is a negative.
But
I can't yell at them as much.
You don't see faces on the court.
No faces. So. And you know who said that to me last match against the Stingers was Rachel. She's like, I'm friends with no one on the court when I play.
But everyone off the court.
That's
a good mindset, I feel like.
Yeah, I wish I could had.
Yeah, that deserved a bell ring.
Does that mean I have to stop?
No.
No. So I thought that was see no faces is great, and to have that to be able to play that way is amazing.
And I have to give credit to Takako for that, because I believe she's the one who coined that phrase. Like, I don't see faces on the court, and I think it was you that told me she said that, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I tend to get a little, let that the friendships and things like that affect play sometimes.
Exactly. Yes.
So speaking of Lauren and Rachel, how is the team camaraderie? How is the team gelling with the two girls being from out of town?
So the Pythons last season were, we were all local. They had a really intense family dynamic, so to speak. They were texting all the time. It's a little different this season because we aren't in the same place. We don't have a lot of practice. And being that Lauren is 16, we text her a little bit, but I communicate a lot with her mom, who's been amazing. But Rachel and Lauren play amazing together, and they have great chemistry. And I hear Rachel on the court. She pumps Lauren up so much, but in a kind of like a big sister role. And it's so good. Come on, girl, you got this. Let's go. And Lauren and her play great together, and Lauren doesn't miss. And then Rachel's just there to kind of put it away. But Rachel is great with Lauren, and I think it really builds her confidence up. Because even like you said, we started out a little slow in our first game with Treff and Lauren. Maybe that's a little strategy. But with that being said, Lauren didn't look as confident playing in that first quarter that she did in the third quarter. And I think that has to do with Rachel and what she says to her.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, and that's why she got the secure moment of the match shirt.
Yes, Rachel definitely deserved that.
Yeah. I mean, second quarter, playoff or set breaker, third quarter. I mean, she dominated.
She is like a very strategic player. So anytime there's a timeout, I tell her what to say.
Oh, of course.
Of course. But she knows, she's like, backhand, dink. Don't speed it up at her. Don't speed it up at her. She's going to get tired. Just dink to her. And sure enough, it's exactly what happened. She's very strategic. I love how she plays. She can see what's going on, and she knows those players' games, and she knows how to play them. So she helps our team that way.
Yeah. Well, secure moment of the match was also a new addition from you, OSG, last week. And I think for those who may have missed that moment, it happened after the match when you were asking the winners, the winning team, a few questions. Can you go into that a little bit more, and what was given to this player?
Yeah, so at the interviews at the end, we're just kind of asking questions about the match. And I came up with a secure moment of the match, maybe a play. It might be several quarters like Rachel did this time. And for that, she got a customized OSG shirt where she can wear any time she wants. She might even wear it next Tuesday.
And it's one of a kind, right? I mean,
one of a kind.
Like
it's a signature series.
Yeah.
So there's a limited amount. So I'm not sure it'll be out this week. It may be, but we'll see.
But there's only one original.
Yes.
There will only ever be one original.
Just one.
Well, congratulations to Rachel for that. That's something else.
Yeah.
So you do have, your team is constantly texting and like in touch, would you say, just like on a daily, weekly basis, even though they can't get together and practice as often as you would like?
Yeah. Usually after the match, we text a little good job, and then we go on quiet for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's not maybe once a week.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about, after this match tomorrow night, you guys have quite a bit of a break. You have 4 weeks off before you come back and face off against the Tempe Tornadoes. So do you have any idea what the team's going to do during that time? Are you going to be able to maybe organize some practices during that time?
Yeah. So the guys will practice definitely. And I don't think we'll practice in between that. I love the back-to-back games.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think we're coming off a high from last week, so that will only motivate us more for this week with our momentum. I've heard some of the teams say, I hate playing back-to-back. I didn't like back-to-back, but we did it strategically for people that were from out of town.
Yeah.
But I love it. So that 4-week break will be hard. We're just going to, all my team will come to the matches besides obviously Lauren and Rachel. I don't think we'll practice. I feel so confident with the way the girls play and their chemistry. And you think about, some of the pros even that play in the tour, they don't live together. They don't practice together. So I don't think it's a hindrance to us at all.
As long as they're individually working on their own games.
Yeah. And I know they are. I mean, obviously Lauren practices and drills all the time in Las Vegas, and same with Rachel. They all have a niche in their town that they play with.
It seems like they're all taking this very seriously. They're working hard. They all want the win.
Yes, absolutely.
They want that Orchard Cup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask the hard question. What team are you guys most afraid of?
That is a hard question. Well, not the Scorchers and not the Stingers, because we've already beat them.
True. However, the Scorchers did have a chance, which
Yes.
we maybe should touch on that now.
Yes, absolutely. So of the two left, I mean, honestly, it's the Gladiators. In what I would say, if you were to ask Michael and Treff and Rachel and probably Lauren the same question, none. When I send them out the lineups, that I don't care. I've played them before. Okay, let's go. Like, they're not like, oh no, I don't want to play. Augie, let's try to see if I can do Craig. And no, they're all, whatever the matchup, whatever the other team throws at us for the matchup, we'll do it. So
I love it.
So are you willing to let us know what the matchup is then tomorrow night?
Sure.
Mixed?
Absolutely.
Not to put you on the spot. But
Yes. So first quarter is going to be Treff and Lauren. We're sticking, the one thing with that is Lauren likes the left, Rachel likes the right. And since we don't have a lot of time to practice, I'd love to see different matchups, but it just makes it easier to continue to build on playing with the same people. Mm-hmm. So Treff and Lauren, and they are going to be facing off against Augie and Ashley, which originally I had thought it might be Craig and Ariel, but the Gladiators wanted the opposite, and maybe it's the lefty thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, since Augie's a lefty as well. And then we're going to have, obviously, Michael Lloyd and Rachel against Craig and Ariel.
Gosh, it's going to be such a great match tomorrow night. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm probably going to see another set breaker, if not two.
I think we will.
Yes.
That's what I have. I'm kind of thinking, too. But I'm also thinking clean sweep.
Of course.
One. Maybe we'll give them the first mixed, maybe, and then...
Maybe get one set.
Take it home. Take it home.
Well, I have to say, and we are working on a T-shirt design for this, but I'm here for the set breakers.
Oh, we do need a T-shirt.
Like, as a fan, and I've got my best guy on it, because actually it was Katie Staggers, Matt Staggers' sister. We just ran into each other in the restroom, and she's like, oh my gosh, I love the set breakers. I'm here for the set breakers. And I said, oh my gosh, that's a T-shirt. We got to do it.
Oh, I love that. That is good.
Absolutely. So we're going to change directions just for a second. Amy, you're not only the general manager of the Peoria Pythons, but you're also the general manager and event coordinator of the Orchard as well. So when you're not managing the Pythons, you are here organizing amazing events. Tell us about some of the events that go on here.
Yeah, we have some great events. We have one coming up this Friday, a group of 14 coming in. They're getting some PF Changs. They're going to do 3 hours of pickleball. Actually, OSG is going to give them a little lesson as well.
Wow. Definitely a bell ring for that one.
And then we do fun tournament styles where they do teams and They do a round robin, and then we have a championship playoff. And what's really awesome is we've figured out how to do the lights and the music, and we cue down the lights. He puts on some of the Orchard music, and we play it out. And then at the end, they get the "We Are the Champions" song, and they go wild for it. But we've had some great events. We have at least 1 or 2 a week, and Cigna Health, P&G. It's awesome here. Even birthday parties.
Yeah.
So
you can do anything from like a 4 or 6 person group up to 30 people?
No, we've had 50. I would say 50, 60 is the max to be comfortable. But, not everybody is diehard pickleball, if you can believe it.
I can't.
So some people want to watch, and some people want to cheer on their coworkers, and it's a great team building. And so with the area that you can congregate and you can socialize, it's not like you're on top of each other. So yeah.
And you guys we have ping pong here, we have cornhole. Mm-hmm. So you have other games going on that people can play when they're not on the pickleball court. It just works.
Yeah, and food gets brought. We can do any food. We have beer, wine, alcohol, seltzers, water's included, little snacks are included, electrolytes.
So if you're looking to put on an epic party or just host a really cool event for you and your friends, go to orchardpickleball.com. Amy will get you hooked up.
And the OSG can give you a lesson.
If he's available. I know he's a busy man.
Very.
Okay, so what else? OSG, do you have any more questions for Amy regarding tomorrow night?
I am a little concerned because you guys have played twice already, right?
Mm-hmm.
The snake is gone, so I don't know. Did you guys just decide to take away from it? But there's no longer any
hand gestures.
Yes.
Nothing.
Right.
Was that on purpose?
Yes.
I've seen Michael do it. I think on their walkout, when DJ Pickle is announcing the teams, I see them doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it last week, but
it was last week. So they brought it back out last week.
Okay.
Honestly, we sort of
forgot about it.
Yeah, forgot about it. It was a season 1 thing. And now it's a new season, and we have a new team basically. So we have to have some new traditions. What are those? You'll see.
Oh.
Winning, I guess.
Winning. Yes.
Well, I will say the only complaint I have about the Peoria Pythons is some of the walkouts are rather bland. At the Orchard with the Cold Sparks, it is something that we take very seriously. Yes. And that intro, I think a little more creativity and a little more energy could be put in. But, you guys will work that out.
Yeah, I have mentioned to my team about the walkouts and their time to shine, and I think they're working on it this week.
I have faith.
Yeah, but the other teams with the good walkouts, what's their record?
Oh, which team?
Just curious. Like, what about the Stingers? Do they have good walkouts?
I would say that they have room for improvement also.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure that the good walkouts are winning also.
Yeah, I felt like you really called me to the carpet on that. And you know what? That's one thing I love about you. So, all right. I think we can head over to OSG to take us home. And then everyone, please make sure you tune in tomorrow night if you're not coming in person. And it's going to be an epic match.
Very.
Great match.
Yeah.
Okay, pickleballers. As some of you may or may not know, I was at a location this weekend of 34.68361 degrees north and 111.66428 degrees west in what was called the High Sonoran Desert. And a lot of you just call it west of Sedona. Doing some certification work on a national monument called Devil's Bridge. Or, like my friends from the lower Sonoran Desert, kind of below the border, Le Bridge de Diablo. But as I was hiking this 212.24 mile trail with 4,657.4 feet of elevation change, I had hours to think about security procedures we do here. And why do we check nets, doors, cameras, microphones, chickens, court surface, chair spacing, table heights, lights, paddles, and 74 other procedures. Not just once, but thrice, every day. Because that's what we do here at the Orchard, and it works. So, as our teams also do their own mid-season reflection on their performances and make adjustments to try and get into the playoffs, you too, pickleballers, need to reflect back on your previous matches. Make adjustments and work hard to get better. But before you lay your head down on that pillow tonight, I want you to look in the mirror, kind of like I'm going to do right now. And like my good friend Stuart Smalley said, you know what? I'm smart enough. And I'm good enough. And doggone it, people like me. Until the next episode, good night.